Hello everyone, from Con Studio. This clip is a spoiler for The Meg, the story of a seemingly ordinary man living a quiet life who must return to being the ultimate shark killer. Before you watch, please give us a like and a share to support our work. How exciting will the movie be? Let's find out. The story begins 5 years ago. Jonas, the leading actor, was working as the head of an undersea rescue team. He's currently on a mission to save soldiers. They're trapped in the wreckage of a nuclear submarine, sunk more than 10,000 meters deep. As Jonas was moving an injured man to the rescue vessel, something attacked his sub. He couldn't see what it was, but from the vibrations, it was clearly massive and incredibly powerful. The leading actor ordered his team to hurry back to the rescue vessel, but the submarine was so damaged that 2 of his crewmen couldn't make it back on their own. They called out to the leading actor, begging him to come back and help. But with the enemy outside still attacking relentlessly and the situation critical, the leading actor had to make a decision: leave them both behind to save the 11 lives on board. He sealed the hatch between the 2 vessels and piloted the rescue sub to escape. However, Dr. Heller, the team's doctor, disagreed, shouting for the leading actor to go back. The leading actor tried to explain they couldn't go back, or everyone would die. Soon after, that submarine exploded. The leading actor managed to escape just in time. 5 years later, Morris, a billionaire, he travels to Manawan, an underwater research facility of the coast of China. He is the funder of this station. They are researching deep sea areas and the creatures there. Dr. Zhang oversees the center with his only daughter, Suyun, the leading actress, who is the chief marine biologist. The father and daughter show the funder the station's progress during its ongoing expansion. Morris has invested over $1 billion in the station, hoping to develop it into a world-class research institute. Dr. Zhang explains the project the center is currently working on. They will explore the deepest part of the ocean. Academics believe it's located in the Mariana Trench. The team wants to find organisms living even deeper and has developed a special submersible called the Origin, capable of exploring such depths. And this is Mac, the head of the research center. Mac introduces Morris to the 3-person crew of the Origin: Lori, Toshi, and the Wall. At that moment, they are on a mission in the sub. It's hovering just 10 meters above the seabed. With everyone ready, Lori, the pilot, gives the command for the Origin to descend further below the ocean floor to explore what lies beneath. At first, everything goes smoothly. The submersible successfully penetrates the layer and discovers new species never seen before. Everyone is thrilled with this achievement, until a crew member sees a warning signal for a large, unbelievably fast-moving creature. It's heading straight for the sub. Lori prepares to take the vessel back to a safe area, but it's too late for the mysterious creature. It begins to attack the sub violently, causing system malfunctions and cutting off communication with the research station. But before the signal died, Lori reiterated to everyone, "Something is down here. Jonas was right." This refers to the leading actor, who said the same thing 5 years ago, but everyone thought he was crazy. The team at the station quickly holds a meeting to figure out how to save the 3. The doctor estimates they need to get them out of there within 18 hours. It's deeper than 10,000 meters, and no one on the team has ever gone that deep. Max speaks up. There is one. Hearing this, the doctor immediately objects. No way, referring to the leading actor. Mac continues. The only person who has gone that deep and survived is Jonas Taylor. Dr. Heller still objects, blaming the leading actor for leaving his friends behind 5 years ago and claiming a monster attacked the sub. Now he's just a crazy drunk. He's quit rescue work too. Even Suyun. Didn't you hear what Lori said? That Jonas was right. The 2 argue heatedly, until Dr. Zhang interrupts. He agrees with Mac, or rather, that Lori said Jonas was right. Suyun tries to stop her father, but the doctor stands firm. If Jonas saved people back then, they must rely on him this time too. Dr. Zhang orders, "Prepare the helicopter. We're going to Thailand." But after the doctors leave, Dr. Heller, already prejudiced against the leading actor, tries to warn Suyun about Jonas by showing a clip from 5 years ago when the leading actor returned from the rescue mission, insisting something was in the water. But the doctor didn't believe him and thought Jonas was crazy, just trying to save himself. The doctor emphasizes to Suyun again, I don't trust him to rescue the Origin crew. Cut to Jonas. He's now living a chill life in Samut Prakan, Thailand, working as a boat mechanic and a simple fisherman, drinking beer daily. The leading actor is riding his motorcycle back to his place when his old friend Mac is there waiting for him. The two embrace, realizing that two guests have come to ask for his help. Jonas immediately refuses, saying he doesn't dive anymore and doesn't want to be responsible for anyone's life again. Mac then plays an audio clip of the incident in the Origin, right before the signal was lost. And Laurie happens to be the leading actor's ex-wife. She keeps saying, Jonas was right. The leading actor listens, deep in thought. Plus, Dr. Jean keeps pleading. And that's it. Ultimately, he has to return to the fray. Meanwhile, the three Origin crew members are still alive. Toshi spends time writing a farewell letter in case he doesn't make it back, while Laurie and the wall work together to fix the lighting system, hoping to survive. It seems there's a glimmer of hope as they manage to restore backup power, but shortly after turning on the lights inside the sub, it reveals their position, and the mysterious creature attacks them again. The submarine shakes violently, sending the three of them flying and hitting things. It gets worse when Laurie is impaled in the stomach by a screwdriver. She quickly tells her friend to turn off the lights. At the same time, Mana 1 station personnel receive an alert about the anomaly occurring in the Origin. Jax, the submersible's engineer, informs Suyin that oxygen is leaking, meaning they have to rescue the crew and bring them to the surface within 2 hours. Is already piloting a small glider sub to save the three. While the leading actor prepares in another sub called the Evolution, he meets Maying, Sayan's daughter. They talk briefly. The little girl asks the young man to promise to bring her mother back safely, which Jonas agrees to. Max says he's ready, and they can submerge the vessel. But the leading actor hesitates for a long time. He hasn't dived in 5 full years. Everyone is staring at him intently. But finally, he descends, overriding non-essential power systems and diverting it to the engines, making the sub faster than normal. Doing this puts the body at great risk from underwater pressure. The doctor mentions he could pass out. Mac is about to ask the leading actor about this, but he preempts. Tell Hela I am not slowing down. Max smiles upon hearing this, then radios Suyin to return to Mana 1. Jonas is heading to the Origin, but Suyin refuses. She will rescue the sub herself, and asks the leading actor to just provide cover on the way back. Meanwhile, the leading actor communicates through Mac, ordering Suyin to return because more people mean more risk and they'd just be in the way. Mac replies, "You told her. We're communicating on the same channel." Suyin smirks. Soon after, Suyin contacts the staff to report that she has found the Origin submarine. She is preparing to fire magnetic hooks to tow the sub to the surface. However, her vessel is suddenly rammed violently by the strange creature again. It's a giant squid, wrapping its tentacles around her sub and crushing it. The staff estimates the sub can only withstand the pressure for another 10 seconds. If it doesn't let go, her sub will implode. But then, suddenly, the giant squid stops moving. It turns out it's been snatched by an even larger animal. Suyin stares in disbelief because before her is the legendary giant shark. She reports to the station. It's about 25 meters long. The leading actor knows immediately. It's a megalodon. Then he speaks to the camera in his sub to communicate with Dr. Hela. See? I wasn't crazy. The leading actor warns her to turn off her lights and stay in the dark because light attracts undersea predators. Suyin follows his advice, but a malfunction occurs, making it impossible to control the lights. Luckily, the leading actor's sub arrives just in time. He distracts the giant shark by firing flares in another direction. The leading actor orders Suyin to release her ascent pod and return to the surface first. He will rescue the Origin himself. Then, Jonas's sub reaches the Origin. He meets Laurie and the others. After a brief greeting, the leading actor quickly pulls her up, followed by the wall. However, at that moment, Toshi sees a signal. The shark is returning to their sub. He knows he won't make it in time. Toshi makes a decisive choice, stuffing the letter he wrote to his wife into the wall's pocket. Once his friend is clear, he seals the hatch immediately. The young man sacrifices himself so others can survive. The wall feels terrible. Toshi turns on the sub's bright lights to lure the demon shark, which charges fiercely. Toshi shouts one last time, and the sub explodes. The leading actor can only watch, heartbroken. Later, the leading actor brings Lori and the war back to the station safely. But Su-yin immediately confronts the leading actor about Toshi, mistakenly believing he abandoned him. The leading actor quickly tells her that Toshi made his own choice before walking away. However, the young woman persists. "See, this is your habit. You always leave people behind," he retorts. "You're the one who sent the crew down there." Then turns to scold Mac. "This is why I said I didn't want to do this anymore," before storming off. As for Dr. Heller, he apologizes to Jonas for not believing him at first. The leading actor replies, "Save Lori, and we'll call it even." The next day, after Su-yin learns the whole story, she rushes to apologize to Jonas as well. He has just finished showering. Su-yin is quite flustered upon seeing Jason's referring to Jason Statham, the actor playing Jonas Sixpack. When she leaves the room, Mac tells her, "If you want to date him, go for it." Jonas and Lori broke up a long time ago. Su-yin pretends not to care, saying, "I didn't ask." After that, the team has a serious meeting about the megalodon. Su-yin explains, "It's the largest shark species in the shark family, about 21 to 27 meters long. It's ferocious and the apex predator in the food chain. Its jaws are stronger than any other animals. A mech can bite a large whale in half and break its spine." Dr. Zhang continues, "The appearance of this giant shark has made us discoverers of deep-sea secrets because academics believed it went extinct over 2 million years ago, but the leading actor warns them that it's better to stay away from it. It's a demon shark, a predator. If anyone goes exploring and there's another problem, I won't help again." But the funder, Morris, ignores the leading actor's advice. He's very excited about this discovery and urges the team to continue the exploration. While they are talking, Mayin, Sayan's daughter, is playing with a ball alone in the hallway. But then, suddenly, the megalodon appears. It slams into the glass forcefully, almost breaking the glass. The vibrations reach the meeting room. Everyone rushes out to see. Su-yin finds her daughter in the underwater corridor. The girl immediately tells her mother, "The demon fish is looking at us." The leading actor and Max stare at the huge bite mark on the glass wall. At first, they thought it was a whale because one was swimming nearby. But everything becomes clear when the meg reappears and devours the whale right before everyone's eyes. The station then goes into an emergency state. The team has a tense meeting about the megalodon, trying to figure out how it managed to pass through the thermocline layer below to reach the station's level. Analysis reveals that when the origin was about to explode, it temporarily warmed the water beneath the surface, creating a passage through the cold layer, allowing the meg to move to the upper sea. And the leading actor's rescue sub seemed to have led the giant shark right to their station. However, the temperature has now returned to normal, and that passage is closed. In a way, it was their mistake that allowed a dangerous creature like the meg to reach this water level. The leading actor suggests they quickly eliminate it before things get worse, but Su-yin wants to capture it alive first. Just then, an officer reports, "This predator shark has attacked ships in the vicinity of the station, damaging 3 boats in just 5 seconds." The leading actor immediately says, "Yes, it's definitely the meg. We have to go there right now." They quickly head out to sea, hoping to stop it. But when they reach the location, they see wreckage floating on the water. Coincidentally, the meg's victims were shark fin hunters. It might have come to avenge its kind. And just then, but Mac reports that the cage for the giant shark isn't ready yet. The main funder then suggests shooting it with a GPS tracker. Mac immediately says that to do that, they'd have to get the boat very close to the meg, which is too risky. Su-yin then offers an idea to get close to it without using a boat. Someone would have to swim, and it might not notice. This leads to the problem of who would dare to do such a dangerous thing. That's it. Most of them remain silent. It's not hard to guess who volunteers. The leading actor. He even flirts a bit with Su-yin. "If I get eaten by the shark, you'll be very sad, won't you?" Su-yin replies, "Well, maybe a little." Once he's suited up, Jonas jumps into the water with the tracking gun, while the team has a crane ready to pull him back if anything happens suddenly. The leading actor slowly swims, trying not to alert the shark. But as he gets close to it, suddenly, The Meg dives, making the leading actor lose sight of its fin and unable to predict its position. He dives down to look for it, but finds nothing there until it reappears, not far from him. Jonas is slightly startled, but successfully shoots the tracker onto its fin. Mac orders them to pull Jonas back onto the boat. While they are pulling him, the turbulence in the water triggers the Meg's hunting instinct. It senses prey nearby and immediately swims off in pursuit of the leading actor, who has to evade it. On the boat, they go full throttle. After being chased for a while, the leading actor finally escapes by a hair's breadth. The Meg disappears under the boat. Hella tells the leading actor, "You might be an idiot, but you're definitely not a coward." Everyone smiles, relieved. Soon after, they have the tools ready to eliminate the villainous creature. The team prepares tranquilizer darts, harpoons, and a cage made of special impact-resistant material, secured by a cable connected to the crane on the boat. This time, Suyin volunteers to do it herself. She will get into the cage and shoot the Meg with the tranquilizer, but the leading actor tries to persuade her. "Let me do it." However, the young woman insists. "I've dived with sharks hundreds of times, and I know its anatomy well, where the steel can pierce its skin. Once everything is ready, they lower Suyin down." Those on board pour blood to lure the shark. However, only small sharks come to feed, but before long, the Meg appears, ramming the cage from below. The massive impact distorts the bars. Now the Meg is in a frenzy, thrashing the cage around, pulling the cable with its immense strength. People on the boat have to scramble to escape the collapsing equipment, and the cable looks like it could snap at any moment. But finally, Suyin manages to tranquilize it. It's very resilient, trying to bite the cage and swallow it whole with Suyin inside. Jonas sees things are looking bad and quickly dives into the water to help. The main funder watches, stunned. He even says, "That's incredibly brave." The leading actor grabs the cable and slowly climbs down to the cage. But now Sayan's mask is badly damaged. Air is leaking, causing her to lose oxygen and pass out. The leading actor quickly pulls her body out of the cage, while the people on the boat throw a fish to lure the Meg in another direction and use a cable to snare its fin. The villainous creature circles back to its prey. It almost manages to snap up the leading actor and Suyin, but the tranquilizer takes effect just in time. The legendary giant shark finally meets its end. Jonas then brings Suyin back onto the boat and quickly starts CPR. Everyone watches anxiously, especially her father. However, the scene cuts, and Suyin has regained consciousness in a bed. The young woman thanks Jonas for saving her life again. Then they go to see the Meg's corpse, now hanging from the boat. Everyone is pleased with the victory and takes souvenir photos with the Meg, wanting cool pictures. Someone even puts their head inside the shark's mouth but gets pranked by a friend and accidentally falls into the water. However, Jonas notices that the teeth of the dead shark are too small compared to the previous one, which was also very hard to kill. And just then, the giant shark in question appears. It gobbles the wall whole and takes the other shark's corpse with it. The massive impact capsizes the boat, throwing everyone into the sea. A black man screams, "Why didn't anyone say there was more than one?" He keeps saying that if he survives this, he'll resign. As for Morris, he quickly calls for help. Dr. John is seriously injured and needs to be rushed to the hospital. They look for Dr. Hella, who hasn't come up from the water yet. Just then, the Meg circles nearby, heading straight for Hella, who is with Jax. But then, suddenly, the doctor decides to sacrifice himself to save his friend. He thrashes the water violently to lure it. In the end, another life is lost. Everyone feels terrible, especially Jax, because the doctor died for her. The young woman is helped onto the boat and cries heavily. Everyone seems to be losing hope, but luckily, the small boat is still usable. They quickly head for shore, but the giant shark continues its relentless pursuit until a helicopter, belonging to the main funder, arrives to help, bringing everyone to safety. However, Sayan's father has lost a lot of blood. He tells his daughter, "Dad is so proud of you," before Dr. Jean passes away. Suyin cries inconsolably. Later, Maurice, the billionaire who funded the project, announces to all staff that the Chinese government is now aware of the prehistoric giant shark and will send a team to deal with it. Therefore, Mana 1 is no longer responsible for the matter and will be temporarily closed until the giant shark is successfully killed. But what he told the team earlier was a lie. Actually, Maurice wants to keep it quiet, fearing lawsuits if more people die. So, He plans to kill it himself. That night, Morris and a group of soldiers set out to hunt the still living mech, tracking its GPS coordinates. He goes out on a boat with his team, along with soldiers in a helicopter dropping depth charges. Everything seems to be going according to plan. The soldiers successfully bomb the mech. Morris's team goes to inspect the carcass, only to be baffled because this large fish isn't the mech, it's a whale. Morris realizes his mistake immediately and orders the boat to leave quickly. However, when his subordinate accelerates suddenly, Morris loses his balance and falls overboard. He shouts for help, but the crew doesn't hear him. The young billionaire has to swim for his life, fleeing the vicious shark alone. He tries to climb onto the whale carcass, thinking he's safe, but in a split second, the mech returns and swallows him whole. Cut to Mana 1 station. Mac, having checked with the Chinese authorities, learns that Morris lied. No agency knows about the escaped giant shark, and when they requested help from those organizations, no one was interested. They thought he was making it up, so the leading actors group agrees. This time, they will set out on a large ocean-going vessel. The leading actor asks the female engineer to hack into Morris's system to track the mech. She discovers the giant shark is heading towards a famous beach in China and is expected to arrive there within 20 minutes. They plan to lure the beast away from the crowded beach using whale song audio to attract its attention, then use small submersibles to attack and destroy it. Meanwhile, the vicious shark starts tormenting humans again, targeting the area around a cruise ship, where a bride and groom are celebrating, with a group of young women swimming nearby, and even a small dog that falls overboard. After attacking offshore, the mech heads towards the beach, where hundreds of tourists are enjoying a swim. Its massive body snags the chains of linked rafts, causing them to collide chaotically, and people scatter. When someone realizes all the destruction is caused by a monster underwater, they quickly signal a warning: shark attack. Then, hundreds of people rush to swim for their lives, panicking, screaming for help. Some swim towards the shore, others cling to rafts. The mech shows its ferocity by leaping out of the water, hoping to grab people on the rafts. But luckily, the leading actor's team plays the whale song just in time. The mech stops attacking humans and swims directly towards the sound. Now, the leading actor and Suyin are waiting in separate gliders. The leading actor takes on the role of luring it, and the mech relentlessly pursues him, hoping to get a bite. The leading actor leads it near Sane's glider so she can shoot it with a torpedo. Everything goes according to plan. The mech is hit squarely by the torpedo, but unexpectedly, it's not harmed as they thought. So, Suyin takes a turn luring it. However, when the leading actor is about to fire, his glider malfunctions, preventing him from launching the torpedo. The enraged mech rams the leading actor's glider, causing him to lose control. While the underwater chase is fiercely underway, 3 helicopters, belonging to news reporters, are circling the incident area above. The entertainment isn't over yet. One pilot is too mesmerized by the sight of the giant shark underwater and accidentally collides with another helicopter, causing a fire, and it crashes onto the team's boat. They have to abandon ship, quickly jumping into the water to escape. Suyin hears Mac's voice asking for his daughter. The young woman is very protective of her child, which the leading actor understands well, so he tells her to go back and help Maine first. When she reaches the surface, Suyin finds everyone is safe, but then she sees the mech's fin circling nearby. Mac warns Jonas to come back and regroup, but the leading actor has made his decision. He wants to fight it one more time, cutting off communication. His friends watching are shocked, as it seems like he's saying goodbye. The leading actor goes full throttle, charging head-on towards the mech, unafraid. The two are about to collide. The leading actor feints an upward move, before quickly diving down. A metal spar grazes the vicious shark's belly. It thrashes in pain, but still has enough strength to bite the leading actor's glider. His glider is about to break, and water starts flooding in. Jonas decides to leave the submersible and uses a metal rod to stab it in the eye. The megalodon thrashes in agony. The mech's blood attracts another group of sharks, which then swarm and devour the mech's body. And that's it. The leading actor successfully finishes the job. Soon, Suyin arrives in her glider to pick him up. Everyone on the boat is overjoyed to see Jonas safe. The situation returns to normal. The sea is calm and beautiful as ever. Everyone celebrates their survival. As for Jonas and Suyin, who have faced life and death together multiple times. They will likely end up together, with Little Maying acting as a matchmaker. And the movie ends here. This was the Meg 2018. It scored 5.7 out of 10 on IMDb. On Rotten Tomatoes, critics gave it 47%, and the audience score was 44%. If you like this genre, give it a +1. You can watch the full movie on Netflix and Apple TV. And if you like this clip, please press like. If you want to see the next clip, press subscribe. Con Studio, land of fun and excitement. Takes leave now. Goodbye.